How's it going, everybody? It's a beautiful Saturday morning here, the first weekend of June. Going over to Rend Lake, my home lake, to do a little pre-fishing for the BFL. I'm fishing as a co-angler next weekend. So if you guys have watched the channel before, you kind of know my love-hate relationship with Rend. It's where I grew up, won my first tournament, first tournament I ever earned any money on. I mean, the whole spill. I mean, this lake's where I cut my teeth. 5 minutes from the house. It's a big lake. We're not really familiar with it. I'm not sure the exact acreage, but it's like the second or third largest lake in the state of Illinois. So a pretty good sized lake. But it's going to be tough. We're kind of like in a little bit of a drought here in southern Illinois, so the water levels, haven't really changed a whole lot. Rend Lake's a little bit different than a lot of lakes, big lakes like that. It doesn't have any of like the gates on the dam or anything like that. It's got like a good old-fashioned spillway, like what a lot of your little local city reservoirs have and stuff like that. So don't really ever the water isn't really that regulated that much. So kind of with your water levels kind of just dictate how the weather it has been. If it's rain, the water's going to be coming up, and if it's not, the water's going to be going down. So it's pretty similar to a lot of lakes, but like Kentucky Lake and a lot of them TVA lakes, they manage to keep that water level like at a certain level for what time of year it is. Well, Rend Lake is just kind of at the mercy of whatever the weather's doing. So like I said, we're in a little bit of a drought, so the water is kind of slowly falling. So I don't believe it's supposed to rain any at all between now and tournament day. So the water's probably not going to change that much between now and then. If anything, the water actually might clear up a little bit, because Rend Lake's known as a really muddy lake. In fact, the river that flows into it is called the Big Muddy River. So it usually stays really stained, pretty muddy, usually like a foot of visibility at most in certain areas. But I think it could actually clear up a little bit. It don't ever get super clear. I mean, maybe like a 1.5 2 foot visibility at most. Occasionally, maybe a little more than that, just depending on, how the weather's been. But that's a pretty rare situation. But it's a little bit of a long intro. I know, kind of rambling a little bit, but just kind of giving you guys a rundown on what's going on. My goal is to mainly just figure out a bait that I can get bit on in all areas of the lake, and I'll explain a little bit more when I get on the water. So for now, see you guys then. Time and end up hammering them. So that's the deal about these pressured lakes. A lot of guys, will try to not fish behind other guys, but a lot of times you just have no choice. And I think that's something that's really helped me as an angler, is just having to grind through that constant pressure and try to still make something happen. Fish number one. Not a bad one to start. She's really good one. Keeper. Oh. Let's see if I can do this. I get my this little 1 pounder, pound and a half fish. Choke that Rocco 5. Keep her all day long. So Fish number one. Honestly, this is one of those lakes that if a angler and scrap together 5 pounds, it's probably gonna be in the top 10 and get him a check. So, which I mean, I think that last one probably went about 1.5 pounds. So I'm gonna try to keep track of my 5 biggest each day I'm out, if I can catch 5. Sometimes you can fish this lake for a week and not catch 5 keepers, but that's a good start. First spot, maybe 5 casts in, pretty solid fish. He was just about a 1/2 inch over the legal length, but he was a fat fish. So I mean, he, like I say, he probably would have went about 1.5 pounds. So it's a good start. But got the Bass Pro Shop Sticko worm on a VMC weedless Nico hook. I'm gonna throw it weightless for a little bit. These are pretty heavy worms, they're pretty salted. So chuck it up around this riprap, see if anything happens. Oh man, that's a good one. That's a bass, that's a good one. Oh, it came off. Oh man. Now, if you've watched the video, me and my buddy Anthony winning that Tuesday night tournament up here, these first couple spots will look really familiar to you. Because the first stop I made and then this stop were the 2 areas that we ended up winning on. So just kind of high percentage areas. You guys probably get tired of just watching me throw a crankbait all the time, but it's honestly just a confidence bait that I know I can just grind through and usually get a couple bites. Alright, so here's where I'm at right now. Just kind of first impressions here. It's been about probably 45 minutes since I had a bite, and a bluegill just followed it up right there. But it's been about 45 minutes since I've had a bite. So, I mean, the riprap deal, I mean, I know I can get bit, but I don't know if I can get a lot of them. I think if I get bit, it'd be a keeper bite. So I don't know to keep pounding the riprap and just kind of hope to dumb into a couple good ones, or if I need to go find something else that's a little more consistent, which from history fishing here at Rend, finding consistencies like finding a needle in a haystack. So I mean, I've had very few days where I can go just do the same thing. One of those happened to be the tournament that me and Anthony won, but it don't happen often. So got a couple places I'm wanting to go hit that's not riprap. We might go hit those here in just a minute, but that wasn't a bite. Y'all, if you followed the channel for a long time, this is something that you never see me do. I am not a bush flipper, nor do I ever pretend to be. Honestly, I don't even know if I've ever caught a bass on Rend Lake flipping a bush, but it's getting that tough. A lot of guys do it, it's just not my style. But it's gonna have to become my style if I'm gonna get better at this. make any sort of run at trying to do this professionally. So now Kentucky Lake, I've caught them several times. Alright guys, so my GoPro quit recording on me. I guess one of my batteries just decided to quit, and I've only got another one more with me. I've got a charger, but we got keeper number 2. So caught on a football jig off this cypress tree right in front of me. So, but we're up to about probably 3 pound now, so not a terrible day. If I had that as a co-angler, I'd be very satisfied on this lake. So just keep on trucking on and see what we can do here. Now in the truck, headed back home. Today wasn't too bad. I've definitely had a lot worse on Rend, that is for sure. I think I figured it up. If I would have got that one that was like a 5-pounder in the boat, it was definitely like 5-6 pound. I caught that one that was about 1.5 to 2 pounds starting out. He was a short, or I should say short fish. He was a keeper, but he was really fat. And like just, kind of guessing, I'd say every bit of 1.5 to 2 pounds. So that put me about 6.5. And then I caught another one that you guys didn't see on camera that was also about 1.5 pounds. I showed you guys it, but I wasn't able to catch it on the GoPro. Something's up with my GoPro. I really got to figure that out. But, so I ended up having probably about 8 pound, I would say. And honestly, on Rend, you can't complain about that at all. On the boater side, I probably would have been like top 15, top 20 if I was fishing a BFL today. And on the coast side, I probably would have been like top 5. So, you can't complain about that at all. Rend is tough. Last year when I did these videos, I kind of did like an episode for each day. I think I'm just going to do like a week-long vlog of my tournament practice, and then just, kind of put one big video out at the end. So you guys won't see this until after the BFL. I always do that every year just because, it is my home lake, and I fish some things a little differently than some guys do, and I don't want to give anything away that might put me at a disadvantage on the coast side, next Saturday. So hopefully you guys understand that. I don't have no problem showing you guys any of my stuff that I fish, like the places I fish and how I fish it. It's more or less I don't want to give that away. If I pick up on anything, I don't want to give it away by Saturday, and then somebody else watching the video and beating me doing the same thing. So. So that's kind of how that goes. But anyway, get off here. Wife and I are going to a baseball game tonight. A new baseball team here in Southern Illinois. So we're going to go watch them. And it might be the last time you guys see me with all this facial hair and this bushy hair I got going on. It looks awful. I got some wings going out. But it might be the last time you guys see me like this for a while. It's getting cut, I think, today, and I'm going to shave. I'm shaving regardless. But my hair is just getting kind of out of control. So stay tuned, guys, and I will see you next time. How's it going, everybody? Currently on my way to Rend Lake for practice day number 2 for the BFL fishing as a co-angler on Rend Lake this upcoming weekend. I got out Saturday morning of practice, and I think I figured a little bit of a deal out maybe. And I'm going to try that again tonight and see how that works. It's now Monday evening, so I've got about 3 days left to practice. I'm practicing Tuesday night and Thursday night, so I guess including tonight, I only got 3 days left. But so yeah, I'm hoping to kind of build upon what I had figured out a little bit. And I'm more or less trying to figure out baits rather than locations, because as a co-angler, you never know exactly where you're going to fish. But I know I can catch them on a crankbait. That's kind of a given for me at Rend Lake. I can always catch them on a crankbait, it seems like. Depending if the keeper bites or not, that's another story. But I've really got to find a way to catch them when I'm off of riprap and things like that. So I caught one on a black and blue football jig around a cypress tree. And I got a couple more bites in the same area. So I'm going to try to go to a couple places on the lake that I know are kind of similar to that, and see what I can figure out. So hopefully it goes good. My GoPro was kind of acting up last time. You guys actually didn't see me land my decent fish that I caught towards the end of Saturday morning. It's like the battery is overheating and just like quit on me. I don't have another extra battery, but I charged it all night long just to see if maybe something happened, where it wasn't fully charged last time, whatever. So I'm hoping maybe that issue's fixed now, and you guys won't miss a thing tonight. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully that's worked out. So I'm going to get the boat in the water here and see what we can make happen tonight. we'll have to go to plan B, just like what we had to do last year, if you guys watched those videos. It's rolling like an ocean out there again, just like it was last year. So I believe it was actually even the Monday practice that it was doing it. I mean, there's like 4 footers out there, so me just fishing out of a jumbo with a deck on the front of it, it kind of might be a little sketchy. So I thought I dropped something, but I went to the same ramp I went to last year when this happened, and we're just gonna kind of just junk fish and just find stuff and see if we can get a couple bites. So might be an interesting video tonight. Alright, so we're just gonna pick this bank. I mean, I was wanting to hit a lot of stuff that I might have had figured out from the other night, but the wind is just whipping out there on the main lake, and I'm basically just gonna fish, just have fun tonight and try to catch a couple. There's one. Didn't take long. Not a big one, but start. There we go. Well, came off, but here's a little guy. On my way home, only fished a couple hours tonight. I was hoping to really get a couple more baits figured out, because I'm consistently getting bit on a crankbait and a football jig. You know, I'd really like to have a couple more baits in my arsenal for Saturday that, you know, I could rotate between more and just feel more confident in. But the wind tonight, I mean, it was just a slight breeze, but it was enough to get that lake rolling out in the middle. I mean, there was like 4-foot waves out there, and just, you know, like I said, me fishing in a jumbo, it's kind of hard, you know, to be out there and end that and possibly even risk your life, depending on, you know, the situation. But yeah, it's a dangerous lake. It's crazy. But, you know, last year during this week, when I was filming all these, I had to perform a boat rescue out in the lake with a guy in a jumbo. So, you know, it's crazy. So I don't want to be in that situation, but kind of forced me just to drop the trolling motor and go fishing tonight. And I was basically just fun fishing, kind of fishing, you know, the couple lures that I've already had figured out, and I got a couple bites. So I don't know, it's crazy, but hoping the next couple days are a little more better, a little bit more action for you guys, and hopefully I can get more figured out and fish a couple areas that I'm wanting to hit. So that's pretty much it for this segment, so stay tuned, and hopefully the next ones are, like I said, a little bit more entertaining. Just wanted to cut in here real quick. I was editing the practice video for Rend Lake, and unfortunately 2 nights worth of footage corrupted, and I wasn't able to show you guys any of that, which really stinks because I caught a fish in it, one of my favorite fish catches I've ever had. Also would have been one of the coolest hook sets I've ever had on video. Fishing some isolated cypress trees. I flipped my jig up in there, he missed it, flipped right back up in there, and he took off with it, and I just leaned into him and just hammered him. It was a great fish. Ended up being like about a 3.5 pounder. I can't remember exactly what I said it was in the video, but, you know, I'll insert a picture of that fish here. Had that big head on it, you know, just good gnarly looking Rend Lake bass. But yeah, I didn't get to show you guys. It stinks. It actually kind of hurts a little bit. Caught a couple more fish that night that you guys didn't get to see. Ended up catching like 4. I'm gonna hop back into the video here in just a second. It's gonna kind of mainly just be my final wrap up talking points of the week. So, but yeah, guys, it really stinks. but basically it'd be like Tuesday night and the Thursday night of practice of that week. It's just gone. So it's unfortunate. Technology failed me. Ain't much I can do about it, but this is what it is. So I know I was having the battery issues, and I think what was happening was it was recording, but then due to the battery like spazzing out or whatever, it wasn't saving. So that's really disheartening. But anyway, let's get back to the video. So how's it going, everybody? It is now Friday night, the night before the tournament on Rend Lake. A little nervous, honestly. So last time you guys seen me, I was getting bit. Last night I went, wasn't getting bit at all. My whole deal changed. And really, I'm going into tomorrow basically just fishing how I fished all week and hoping that bite gets back on. I didn't even include any of last night's footage in the video because that'd just be extra editing for you guys to basically see nothing happen. But tonight, just going to relax at home, tie on. It's one of the only tournaments of the whole year that I actually get to sleep in my own bed. It's so nice. Getting ready to go out right now and throw some pork steaks on the grill, some Flying Swine seasonings. If you guys want any Flying Swine products of your own, head to flyingswineseasonings.com and use promo code DUNFORD10 to receive 10% off of one of your orders. So it's a one-time code. Now once you use it, can't use it no more, but you at least get 10% off one of your orders. So it's a big deal, and just huge thank you to them for helping me out this year and helping keep me on the water. So like I said, we'll go throw some pork steaks on the grill, and then we'll break down a little bit more of this week's trips a little bit and stuff here in a minute. And I will tie on and get ready for the morning. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, so currently sitting in my garage, just got an eating supper, some awesome pork steaks with some Flying Swine seasonings, sweet and smoky rub, and sauce. Absolutely delicious. Like I said, if you guys want to check any of their products out, head to flyingswineseasonings.com and use code DUNFORD10 to receive 10% off one of your orders. So anyway, that was delicious. Went through some of my tackle, last minute preparations for tomorrow. I really have mixed feelings about tomorrow, guys. I'll be honest with you. I feel like I could either go win this thing or I feel like I could zero it. So, I mean, anything in between would also be nice. But, it's going to be one of those things that I have felt like I figured out a little bit in practice. That if I can fish that way tomorrow, I've got a good chance of winning it. But if we don't, then it could be tough for me. Because I only got on 2 deals. I got on that jig bite and the crankbait bite. So I'm really hoping, the areas we go to kind of, produce fish and I can get bit doing them things. I also tied on things like a spinner bait, shaky head, and wacky rig, just some other baits that I've gotten bit on at Rend Lake several times that hopefully, can help me. And with this being my home lake, I always have feel like I got a little bit of pressure on me to do well, and I actually think that causes me to mess up more. So, when it's your home lake, you're always expected to, do like really well on it and things like that. And that's just not the case for me on Rend. When I'm out fun fishing or even just fishing like a little Tuesday nighter or something, I do well. Me and my buddy Anthony won that Tuesday nighter last year on Rend. And when it comes to BFL, it's like suddenly becomes my kryptonite and I can't catch a fish. So, it's really tough on me. Like I said, I think a little bit of that extra added pressure definitely doesn't help anything. Like I said, if anything, it might hurt me a little bit. But I feel like I'm in a good place mentally this tournament. I feel like I don't have that pressure on me like I have in years past. I'm just going to go out and fish. I think getting out pre-fishing, and getting a little bit of stuff figured out has kind of helped me a little bit. Now, where the nervousness sets in this time, I did go out last night for a couple hours, and I didn't get bit. I didn't. We had a kind of like a really weak front go through a couple days ago. It rained, and I think it cooled the water down just a couple degrees, nothing major. It's a little bit more cloudy, a little bit more breezy, and I think it kind of changed the way the fish were positioned a little bit, and I wasn't really prepared for that. So I think, now I've kind of reevaluated that, and I think now I'm prepared for that. I think I can get bit, but we've had a couple days of warming back, so we're about back into that range of how it was when I was catching them. So I'm prepared for both of them now. Like I said, I originally wasn't prepared for that last night. I didn't put any of last night in the video because I didn't feel like it would be, you guys would benefit anything from it. I was doing the same thing I've been doing all week. I just didn't get bit. So, there's been plenty of fish catches in the video, so I didn't feel like the video was missing anything by me not showing that. But so yeah, this is kind of just going to be a wrap up of the tournament video. I hope you guys like this, how it was all one big video. And I said tournament video, tournament practice video. But I hope you guys like how it's been one long video instead of last year I did it in like short like segments throughout all my practices. Last year, among like the BFL, the tournament me and Anthony won, basically the whole, I call it like the Rend Lake week that I filmed, the whole series got like 3,000 to 4,000 views, which is pretty awesome for this channel. You know, we're still pretty small. We only got like 400 subscribers, but that's pretty awesome. So if you guys want to help the channel grow, please hit that subscribe button. That helps tremendously. Always drop a like, drop a comment. Things like that help my channel get noticed. And if you guys like to see the content more and stuff like that, that's how you guys can help out. It's all free, so you guys aren't out anything. So literally, it's a way for you guys to help me without ever paying me a dime, to help grow my channel and live my dream. So that'd be greatly appreciated. But I just trying to think if there's anything else I want to cover about tomorrow. Talk to my boater. He's a local guy just like me. We've both fished the lake for a long time. It sounds like I ain't speculating on his age, but it sounds like he's fished it a lot longer than I have. But it's just, I think it's gonna be a good day. So he says co-anglers usually do well. So, that always gives me a little bit of hope. And that's the hard thing about fishing as a co-angler on your home lake, is like you want to run the whole lake that you've always fished, but you can't because you're not in control of that. But I do get to bring the GoPro along, so you guys won't miss a thing. But that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, I've tied on my jig, tied on my crankbait, wacky rig, spinner bait, shaky head, Texas rig. So, I'm ready to go. So all the hard work preparation stuff, it's over. It's time to get down and get dirty and get down to business. So it's going to be a little bit of a grind, but I think if I can put some baits together, or some bites together with the baits I'm using, I think I can get some quality bites. So I think they'll be good fish if they do bite. I think right now, just sitting here thinking, I bet 5 pounds on the coast side will probably get you close to a check. 8 pound, you're probably pushing the top 10, top 5, somewhere in there. 10 pound, you're probably in the top 3. 12 pound, you're probably going to win it. So my goal tomorrow is 10 pound. I'm not going to lie. If I can get more than that, great. Less than that, as long as I've got a keeper in the boat to get points, that'd be a biggie. But right now I'm shooting for 10 pounds in my mind. So let's see if that happens. Let's see if that unfolds. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to try to add any extra pressure to myself, but it's kind of the magic number that I'm shooting for right now. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to go and get a shower, get a good night's sleep. And I hope you guys, like I said, enjoyed this practice video. So, like I said, please subscribe. Please check out all our social media links. Check out Flying Swine Seasonings. And that's it. So, God bless you guys. Hope you like this practice video. And you guys won't miss a thing tomorrow during the tournament. And hopefully I'll get that uploaded for you guys to enjoy within the next couple of weeks. And hopefully in that video I'll be hoisting a first place trophy. So, see you guys next time. God bless you.